Hey now, everybody! Happy Sunday. It's your boy Coach Lee, and you are the first viewers to jump on here. We got actually have the Fantasy Football Insight Show. As always, we're going to bring you behind the scene looks. Hopefully, help those out there who might need a little bit of guidance as far as the planning for their teams for the day, so you can be as victorious as possible. We're going to try to give you the insight for that. But at the end of the day, we're going to be on here to have some fun. But as always, I can't do it by myself. I always got my man with the plan. You know who he is. Uncle Leroy, what's happening today, man?
Man, I'm all messed up, man. Look, I don't know whether to drink orange juice, check this iPad, check this phone, drink this beer. You know what I'm saying? Then look, my connection goes out. Man, I'm telling you, it's just been one of those waters, man. But hey, this should do it, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And man, we back on this Sunday on the Fantasy Football Insight Live Show, man. And we got some picks, some analysis. We got some good stuff to help out with your lineup. So, man, let's get it.
All right, man. As always, we want to start off with the not so fun stuff. Go ahead and get them out the way. The ones that are the most urgent, those are those injury reports. So as far as the injuries for the day, as far as the key injuries, you got Le'Veon Bell, man. He's out with a hamstring for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I think he on one of your teams, huh?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I drafted him. One of my fantasy football years. I wasted my first draft pick on this guy, and
that year he set out. Please don't tell me that.
Yes, that was the year he set out. So ever since then, it's been bump Le'Veon Bell. So bump him again this year because some kind of way I drafted him and I laughed when I did that. So shows to you, if I draft Le'Veon Bell, this will be the year he goes out.
Oh, man. As far as the other key people that are out today, you got the tight end of 49ers, George Kittle. He's out with a knee sprain. You got the great Michael Thomas. He's out with a high ankle sprain today.
Didn't want to hear
that. Kenny Galladay. He killing me, man. I got him on 2 teams. He hadn't played yet. The hamstring is killing him. He got me. And then you got Chris Godwin in Tampa Bay, the wide receiver. He's out with a concussion. As far as, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's going to hurt some people's lineups right there for sure. With him out, Chris Godwin, and that nagging hamstring injury with Mike Evans.
That's right. Hey, Brady's starting to look mortal each week now, huh?
Shoot, his first week he was looking like Mitchell Trubisky with all them interceptions and bad decisions.
I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers with this right now, but you know, obviously being a Cowboy fan, I'm still gonna take shots because I'm constantly under duress. But the the Buccaneers, y'all look like paper champs right now. Now, those people are out. We got a couple of people that are hurt. You know, it might be game time decisions. You might want to keep an eye on. And that's going to be Devontae Parker in Miami. You know, got a hamstring going on. Not a hamstring this year. I think a lot of it has to do with no preseason conditioning and things of that nature. You got Duke Johnson in Houston with an ankle sprain. Cortland Sutton, Denver, shoulder. Phillip Lindsay, Denver, turf toe. And Golden Tate for the Giants with a hamstring. So those are some of your key injuries out there for week 2. As far as our stardom and flex 'em, this is where it gets really interesting. So as always, you know, he's the man of the ship. So he's going to run with some quarterbacks for us. Who you got out there for us today?
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm struggling over here. Y'all see me getting started. My internet is lagging. You know, I'm lagging. I need me some coffee, man. I'm just trying to wake up.
Second that.
Wait, hold on. So today we're gonna do the abbreviated version of the quarterback starters. So this week, the top 3 quarterback, look, it's like I'm under attack with adware. All these ads popping up like, hey, man, y'all need to get your websites together with all these ads. Stop trying to get you some free money. So on this one, top 3 quarterbacks we have this week is Dak Prescott. They're going up against the Dallas Cowboys, going up against Atlanta Falcons. So I hope y'all beat these dudes, bro, and beat them beat them, beat them. I'll wake up for that game. Shout out to everyone that joined our board. It's gonna be live,
I
but
hope to. I hope so as
so
well, man.
yeah, man. So that he needs it. Dak Prescott needs this game, and one thing I think that makes him a must start this week is because he's playing the Atlanta Falcons, and we see how they were able to not
Swiss
able to
cheese. Swiss
exactly
cheese.
exactly not able to defend against the pass in week 1. Next game, the guy I told you not to sit.
Yeah. Anybody ask you that, man?
Hey, you said it. You're a Cowboys fan, and you're always under duress. So I just have to show this. I just have to prove you right, sir. That is it. So definitely, once again, A-Rod is playing like a man freaking possessed. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder. So you cannot start this guy. Sit him. Let you know I need some coffee. But you cannot sit this guy because he's too much of a talent, and they're playing at a higher level right now. So it's just crazy. So next game, I don't know how Jimmy G made this. I don't know how you made this list of the top 3 for week 2, but 49ers. So this will be a game that they will be playing without their number 1 receiver. Tight end George Kittle. They will also be out without one of their they will also be out without one of their receivers, if not 2. I think Kevin Bourne and of course Dede Samuels, he's still out. So this will be a make or break game for Jimmy G and the 49ers. But and this is my sleeper pick of this week, Frank Gore. That's going to be the dude right there. So that's it for the stardom flexum for the quarterback edition.
I appreciate it. My
What you got for the
special,
running back?
the running backs, man. Ain't got no pretty graphics for y'all today, but I do have some facts for you. So my top 3 are actually gonna be Hines for the Colts. Now keep in mind last week, between Hines, Jonathan Taylor and Marlon Mack, who's out for the season, by the way, they actually combined for 17 catches and 142 yards. They had 17 targets against Jacksonville. Not saying much, but still, the productivity was there. Now, Hines did lead the way. He had 8 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown and on 8 targets. So he is the man as far as sliding into there for Mac. So I think that's a value pickup and a definite stardom for this week. You got Ronald Jones. I know you hate the Bucks, but you got Ronald Jones. This might be his last week that he gets this much carries because, Fournette came in kind of late, still learning the playbook, so to speak. But last week, Jones was in there for 47% of the plays. But this week, they are going to go up against the Panthers, who are ranked number 30 already against the run. So there's definitely some opportunity there for him to pound that rock on them. You got David Montgomery for the Bears. Now, the Giants defense, they are a good defense. But keep in mind, last week that Benny Snell wore them down on Monday Night Football. He had 19 carries and 113 yards. So we can definitely see Montgomery being tough for the Giants. The Giants are on the road. It's a short week, and the Bears are the favorites at the house. So those are my 3 stardoms. As far as my flexums, I would have to go with.
Hold on, definitely gotta give a shout out to Cuz. What out with you, Eunice? What out with you, Rob, baby? Thank y'all for hanging out. I see y'all in the watch party.
I already appreciate y'all joining. As far as the flexums, this one kind of controversial. I was kind of on the edge with this, but once I looked at it a little bit deeper, it made a little bit more sense to me. And that's Mark Ingram. The reason why I say that is he's not the lead back for Baltimore anymore. He actually had less snaps than Dobbins did last week, and he was just above Edwards. Now, he did have the most carries, only 10, but he only had 29 yards and no catches. So that's kind of a bad trend that's kind of set. Just definitely like a running back type, by committee type of setup up there. And then you got, the QB that's going to do a lot of carries on his own in Lamar Jackson. Malcolm Brown this week for the Rams. I'll say to flex him as well. Now he had a great week 1 against Dallas. Who doesn't these days? But this was his first game that he didn't have Todd Gurley there to split time with him. Now, he got a bulk of the snaps. He had 18 carries for 79 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. Now, the reason why I say that you might want to sit him this week is as far as Cam Akers is back there. That's the guy they took to replace Gurley. And he had 14 carries last week in the catch. But they are going up against that vaunted Philadelphia Eagles defensive front. Let the Continental boys, they're very tough to run against. And, even though they beat my Cowboys last week, Malcolm had some productivity. It's going to be definitely difficult for him this week. And then you got Adrian Peterson. Now, he had a good week last week against the Bears. 14 carries for 93 yards and 3 catches for 21. But he didn't get a lot of playing time last week, and as far as being on the field. Now they're going up against the Packers this week, and you said earlier, Rodgers playing like a man possessed. So this is going to be one of those situations where they're probably going to be down by 2 or 3 touchdowns pretty quick, and that's going to take Peterson out of the game because they're going to have to pass. So I'll definitely say to flex him for today. And those are the top 3 running backs for start and flex. Only used for the wide receivers.
All right. So hold on. We got a comment here. Hey, shout out there to you, Hill. Thanks for hanging out with us, brother. Facebook user, we looking at you too. You see you. But definitely, so we can really know who you are. Hit that link above the top and allow StreamYard access so you can actually get a part of the conversation. We can know who you are and we can talk to you instead of at you. But before we get started, we got a little new piece that we're going to add. And this week, every week we're doing the NFL in New Orleans. I think they call it a pool. In Dallas, they call it a board, squares. Shoot, I don't know what they call it. But for those who's hanging out with us, if y'all just hashtag S.T.W.F, you will be able to get a free entry onto our board for the Dallas game, for the Dallas and Atlanta Falcons game, or the New Orleans Saints game versus the Las Vegas. All right, go Pack Go. I will definitely say that is you, Robert. Shout out to you, Gung Ho Transportation. Add to the group, man.
Most definitely.
Major Spec Talk. But hey, the first person that comments STWF in the comment section or in our watch party will get a free square. So we're going to be doing this every week. So shout out to those who's hanging out with us. And with that, it's what I got to get ready for my picks.
Yes,
I was
sir.
ready. I was ready to talk and to give out free stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I wasn't ready to do actual prediction work, man. Like I'm still struggling to find a link. So back to this link. I don't want to say the name because you're gonna be under attack with adware. So definitely know how you making money off your website. But so the next pick right here is you did the running backs. I got to do the receivers. Let's see about the receivers. So here on the receiver, we got the top 6 receivers. This week, we have Julio Jones and me. I am one of the Julio Jones owners. So last week he did cash out, but just like I predicted on last week's show, he's going to have a lot of yards and no touchdowns. So shout out to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, touchdown.
Hey, and that's from the Dallas residents, man. It's right here. He says in 4 contests versus Cowboys, Jones has had 5 receptions. Yeah. See, I can't much see the rest of this. There we go. 5 receptions in each contest and gone for 100 yards in 3 of the 4 games. In the last and only other time he's played in Jerry's World, he received a healthy 20 targets for the stat line of 12 receptions, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. You see, I had to say that.
Like I said, he goes score touchdowns.
So shout out to y'all that's on them boards because y'all gonna get paid out. So it's we got to switch it up because we're still learning this process. So it's $5 per square and it's 50 forward and backwards per quarter. Next game we got Devontae Adams. Nothing to say about that. If the guy throwing you the ball is playing like a man possessed, you're the number 1 target. So you got to be playing like a man that just been touched by a possessed man. So start Devontae Adams, start Aaron Rodgers, start Marquise Brown. Don't start none of those running backs because it's gonna be it's gonna be the quarterback sneak. So
Yep.
Paris Hilton. Golly, you know what? Shout out for the plug. We need some endorsements, Paris Hilton. The Hilton Hotels, the perfume. Look, just holler at your boy. We need a slow talking friend. But Paris Campbell, you know, with Philip Rivers throwing the ball all over the place, someone has to catch it. And Paris Hilton. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I need to figure out give me some orange juice. But it's Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell has been one of the sneaky, quiet coach receivers who's been killing it. Killing it in week one. So I had him in week one. He had a very impressive outing, and you know they're gonna double T.Y. Hilton, so he's gonna get a lot of open targets, a lot of looks. So I would definitely look to start/flex him just on that. Next one we have here is DeAndre Hopkins. Come
Hey,
on, man. Right. Look. Do I have to go into that? Do I? Do I? You
straight
know what I'm
beast,
saying?
straight
Look,
beast.
first game he had 14 receptions for 151 yards, and he actually helped the guy who beat me. I was tearing him up until he decided to touch the ball. But he's another guy that had no touchdowns. So let's see if he's gonna make that a priority today instead of running up and down the field. So he had a healthy 16 targets last week. So hopefully one of those, if he gets 16 today, hopefully one of those will go for a touchdown. Next game we have is C.D. Lamb. Someone, it was funny because shout out to you, Connor. He traded me C.D. Lamb for Josh Allen, and I took it. And I think today is going to be my cash out day because week one, he showed flashes. He was all over there, all over the field. And I'm going to tell you one thing that really impressed me with this young receiver. He was blocking on a big play for a receiver. He was running the ball, and he came out the way and just threw a major block. So a guy that's willing to block, he's willing to catch, and he's going to make plays because he's not just seeing him catching the ball. He's all over the ball, ready to make plays. Shout out to your C.D. Lamb. Start that dude today. And that's it for that, man. Look, I'm getting crunk right now. It's getting closer and closer to game time. Shoot, I think my sleep didn't wore off. I'm waking up a little bit.
I see.
Still waiting for someone to hashtag S.T.W.F to get those squares. So it's gonna be on y'all.
Take advantage of it. It's all on you. So we got the tight ends. One of my favorite positions. We got T.J. Hawkinson. He actually is going up against the Green Bay today. So as we said earlier, they're gonna be behind kind of quick and early. So it's gonna be a passing game. Galladay is out again, so he is gonna be an option as far as getting fed the rock. Now for him, he had a pretty decent week last week. He had 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Not too bad for your tight end position. He did end up getting I think 16 points last week. So definitely an option there. The second one is Jared Cook, even though I hate to admit it because it's a Saint. But
yes, sir. I was waiting for it. Yes, sir.
So last week he actually had a big week. He had 7 targets. He had 5 catches for 80 yards, no touchdowns, but he is definitely going to still be a red zone option. You got Michael Thomas out today, so he's going to help fill that void in the red zone. Next we got Dallas Goedert. Now, this one, hey, he's starting to step up. His contract negotiations going on, with Zach Ertz. They don't look like they want to pay him, so it looks like the future may be him. With that being said, he was targeted 9 times last week. He's a 9th-ranked tight end right now. He had 8 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. Now, he was the Eagles' best player last week. Not saying too much, but still, he was productive. You still have Alshon Jeffries out. Rager's being worked in. If they can get and I think the Sanders is coming back for them. Lane Johnson's coming back for them, so get a little bit of offensive line help. So Wentz may have a little bit more time today, and they are facing the Rams, who showed last week. Then you can move the ball on them. They may not give up a lot of points, but you can move the ball on them. So those are the tight ends. As far as starting, as far as the setting for the tight ends, we have Chris Herndon for the New York Jets. Now he's matched up against San Francisco. San Francisco has the 4th best defense against tight ends. So it's the Jets. They ain't got too many options out there. Sam Darnold still trying to do his thing, but it's the Jets. We're gonna leave it like that. Mike Gesicki, I believe it's the
Oh,
way to pronounce his name, the tight end for the Dolphins. Last week he had 3 catches for 30 yards, but he only got 6 points. So this week they're going against Buffalo, another stout defense out there. It's going to be kind of brutal for him. You know, Buffalo don't give up a whole lot. As far as that's being said, you know, he does have the ability to try to get open on occasion, but this is not the game for him. And then the bust alert, Noah Fant. There's a lot of stuff going on up there in Denver right now. They're hurting all over the place. Receivers, running backs, now they're tight end. And they already had a suspect offense. But last week he had 5 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. But it's going up against Pittsburgh this week. You saw what they did to the Giants on Monday night. Pittsburgh, it started to look like Pittsburgh of old. You know, then they're putting hats on you, shutting you down, and definitely letting you know that they're there. So that's our tight ends, and I believe we roll right into the defensive special teams option of it. So as far as that's concerned, I'll say to start the Cardinals against Washington. Now, Washington, they got lucky last week. They looked decent, but I don't know if Haskins is going to be able to do that week in and week out. He was sacked 3 times last week, but I think it's going to be one of those situations. Arizona looked like they're kind of explosive on offense. Washington might have to put that ball in the air. That's going to allow that defense to sit back, pin ears back, and come for you. And and as well as Patrick Peterson and crew to be back there hawking the balls. So that is also Packers rather against Detroit. This is going to be a track meet for Green Bay. Detroit's going to have to pass. So they're going to be coming for them often and early. Titans against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they snuck a win in there last week, but it was against Denver. But, Titans is the stout defense. That's their reputation. And then you got the Bucks against the Cardinals. I'm sorry, Carolina. They only allowed the Saints to have 271 yards last week. They look, decent for the most part. But Carolina right now don't have one weapon, and that's McCaffrey. It's a great weapon to have, but it's definitely going to be it's going to make it a lot easier for them to plan for them. And I would say I only have one defense this week to avoid as far as the defense special teams. That's the Patriots against the Seahawks. And Russ, we trust, man. I'm a Cowboy fan, but Russ makes it happen. He put up big numbers against the Falcons last week, but Russ is just balling on a different level right now, and he's playing at home. So we should be able to look for him to duplicate what he did last week against the Patriots because they are limited. They played Miami last week, but we see what they do for this week against those Seahawks.
and that wraps it up. Look. But
any lineup questions this week? I got one. Now, you caught me slipping last week without Rodgers, but you damn well right. I started him this week. I'm double dipping with him and Adams.
Yes, I seen that. Exactly. I was like, about time you're making the right move. So we got some big matchup this week. So we're going to just go quickly over some matchups. This is our big league, of course. This is our Hallmark League, what I'm saying, where, we showcase. This is our flagship league. This is what we do. So, we got Ben Roethlisberger in Fried versus Mystery's team. Who you got? Just based off of quarterbacks.
Oh, I got to go with Big Ben. Well, let me see.
Oh, you won't do the analysis, man. We got to do quick. Next game, we got Survival of the Fit. Again, you can't beat Wagner's meat. You picked the right one anyway, Ben Roethlisberger. Who you got?
For this week,
CJ, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, I got to go with Survival of the Fit because Phillip Rivers ain't doing it. And he got Jimmy. It's going to be a long day for you.
Hey, you better make sure you start your receiver, see what's going on there. So since we got the birthday guy hanging out with us, the champ is – look, I'm knocking over my drink, man. See? Shot dog. You did that, CJ. We're going to pick on his game. Who you got?
So you got Breeze and Stafford, Wentz, and Minshew. I have to go with the champions here this week.
Up. Yep, that's what I picked as well. So we got hit them up like Pac going up against life support. Who you got?
I probably go good. I probably got to say life support. Matt Ryan's gonna have an opportunity to put up a lot of yards and points.
Yes.
And Tannehill, he's serviceable.
All right. Here we go. Your boy and them going up against Kiss the Baby again.
I'll probably say for me, I have to go with your boy and them.
See, I got to pick two, but definitely got to give a shout out because during the offseason, I said that Kareem Hunt was going to be a monster, and people were looking at me like I was crazy.
You did say that.
So we got the Silverback clique who got blown out last week going up against Eric's team. Who you got?
I pick for myself. Who else am I pick for? Shout out to you, E.
I had to do that. So last week we got Team Lando Rambunctious going against the Money Team, who is our champ. Who you got?
Man, the Money Team. They kind of stacked at their QB position, man.
That's how that Joker won the league last year, man. That's how he won it last year. Hey, shout out to you, Rio CBD. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate that. Cowboys. You got another cowboy in the house?
We everywhere, man. What you expect?
I see that. That's kind of scary, man. They coming from that, and he said, "Been saying this is 92." All right. Back on your day, D. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, man, definitely got a lot of good stuff coming up. So, hey, y'all got to join us this Friday. We got a good interview coming up Monday. So this Friday, we got former Saints player, Saints running back, Travaris Cadet, and he also used to play for the Buffalo Bills. So definitely, we got a show for y'all on that on this Friday. Definitely hang out with us on Monday, man. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. But, man, before we get up out of here, what you got?
Hey, man, we need this W today, Cowboys. Don't have me cussing at my TV again today, man.
Hey, it sounds like you getting ready to do that right there. That was all sombering and depressing. It was like, hey, man.
Hey, I'm getting in battle mode right now.
See, over here in the Saints, it's like, hey, man, I'm an all-star. Okay, now, got a game. Let's play now. You know what I'm saying? It's all this energy over here, man. In the Cowboys camp, it's, yeah. I just come to play.
You know why? Because we act like we've been here before. That's what it is.
That's what I hate, too. I hate that. They be like, y'all just act like y'all just been here before. You know what I'm saying? Get the... Because y'all ain't been there since 1992, 95. Done.
That's facts.
That's what I'm trying to end this show. To make sure I get my picks together, sir. But hey, shout out to you, Rio CBD, man. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Appreciate you.
You hung out with us before, man. Always a good time, man, for real. But what you got?
Hey, let's go out there and have some fun today. Cheer on your favorite team. Get your lineup set. You got about 57 more minutes in order to do that. So don't be in the bed. If you're in the bed sleep, get your butt up. Set your roster if you haven't already done it. Pick your teams if you haven't already done that. Let's be successful today. But anybody playing me, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I hope you take this L gracefully.
L, he must be talking about the CBD L, because he was a recipient of all the L's last week, man.
Hey, for me, it's early.
But for me, roll back over, sleep longer, hit the snooze button on the alarm clock, forget to set your lineup, and give me, Uncle Leroy Jr., the free victory. Because without you, there's no me. And I will take this win gracefully. But hey, shout out to D Black Cuts. Shout out to you, Rio CBD. Shout out to everyone that's viewing. And, till next time, this should do Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior.